looking really good today, buddy. Looking real good.
Looking real good. That's for you, Justin, right there. That one's for you. Yeah, you can't start exactly on time. You have to be somewhat casually late. How's my audio? New mic. I don't know. This is the first time I'm using it. I don't even know if the placement's where I want it because it's kind of here. I'm not sure yet. It's on an arm, which is nice. It's not on my desk directly in front of me, where the other one used to be, where the keyboard had to compete with the mouse and then the microphone all in the same spot, and it was directly in front of me. So this one at least clears up the space so I don't have to fight for room on my desk. Hello. Okay, man. So G.I. Joe 85's here. Yeah. No, can't start on time, man. Wreck Ship is here. Ahoy. And we got toying around. Yo, Joe. Wait, Vegeta is here. Carlos is here. Joe's Oscar Mike is here. What is up? No, I'm not putting that one down. What's JOM? Oh, Roper's here too. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I took last week off because I had to do, so my dad's got hospice and stuff now, so it's been stressful to say the least. And so I had a lot of running around and stuff to do back home. I'm pretty wiped out, honestly, from the last week or two. And I got hopefully 2 weeks here before I have to go back again at the end of the month on the 24th. So I'm going to try to do as much as I can in the next couple weeks. I do need to get some sleep. I actually was up at 5:30 this morning and had a meeting at 6 a.m. because I was meeting with the UK team at work. And then I had to get some blood work done for my annual. I mean, I've done a ton of stuff today, which is good, but I'm also pretty wiped after driving home last night. So I hate how this is like opposite. I feel like my hat is like not straight no matter what I do. I didn't do my hair, so it's just a mess today. So that's why the hat is happening. So what's up, fellas? I got so many boxes in. So many boxes of things in that I have to go through. And I got thanks to Wade Vegeta, who was at Joe Fest, who picked me up a couple of these glow rings. I know they call them what do they call them? The Glow Patrol, but they're glow rings to me. It's like glow. Remember the glow worms? Remember the glow worms? Who's from the 80s remembers the glow worms? I mean, those are a girl's toy, but they were still cool as hell. They glowed that much, that size of a thing glowed in the dark. All right. So let's take a look at what we got. Oh. Cover Girl, Glow Patrol. Shipwreck. Okay. And they still do the best packaging. I mean, they got the border, they've got the cross-sell stuff, got a full card without, 2 English sentences and then the same 2 sentences in 62 languages. Let's see, what do we got here? I remember the glowworms. I slept with that damn thing next to me. Oh, you had one? Ropers? That's awesome. Yeah, I liked a lot of that stuff as a kid. I wanted a Cabbage Patch for a while. From Pulse? That means mine must be showing up too. Carlos. I got Sundown last week, I think, and I got Dial Tone at GameStop. At GameStop? Yeah, I've got this dude right here. I haven't opened him yet. I haven't time to open these guys yet. He looks pretty badass. Carlos also remembers Glowworm. That's right on. Wave 2 of Operation Recall. Oh man, did I not order that? I feel like I did order it. I gotta check. I want to get those. Had one for my daughter, but it was a seahorse. Oh, really? All right. I'd say glowworms are yeah, you know what? Yeah. I feel like they are for younger boys and girls. You know what I mean? If you're like, oh, you got your Mauler? Boy Vegeta. Yeah, I haven't got my Rowdy Toys Mauler yet. But yeah, if you were a younger boy or girl, you could get a glowworm, no problem, and help you sleep at night. It's kind of like a nightlight in your bed. And they had the little like sleeping cap on, and the pajamas, the glowworms did, and it made you feel like, real sleepy. Glow Patrol Snake Eyes. See if I can make these glow. I got too many lights on. I have to shut off like 50 lights to make these. Yeah, we're not going to be able to tell. All right, we'll try it later. All right, so there's that one. And then this is obviously the Joe's Glows Patrol. And then Duke, the 72nd version of Duke we've gotten. But these are fun. They're just fun. You don't have to be all that serious. Those are the Joes. And then the Cobras. Big thanks to Way Vegeta for picking these up for me. I know they're on the site, but there's no guarantee they'd be there. And he offered, and I was like, yeah, man, then I'll do it. Look at that. The bat looks sick, I think. The bat looks really cool. I like the silver parts on the elbows and on the boots. The art looks awesome. Nice colorways on the packaging. All right, let's get out another Serpentor. Who knew we were going to get so many Serpentors? But still fun. This, I glow, I command. That's what he should be saying. I got to put some other noise in the background. If I play the G.I. Joe cartoon in the background, am I going to get flagged by YouTube? But if it's not really loud, I feel like it's too quiet. And then Cobra Command. I like the silver logo on the light blue. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, these are fun. They're just fun. They're fun. Thanks, Wait Vegeta. I'll add it to the pile. I want to get that Tiger Force Wild Bill too. Let me try to put that. Let me put some noise on in the background. Let's look at. There we go. All right, it'll be real soft in the background, but okay. What do we got going on here? You like Sundown Morning than you thought you would? Dude, he's solid. He's solid. He looks really good. Sundown arrived last week, but I haven't had time to open them up. Yeah, I haven't opened up any of that wave because I haven't been home. That's not true. I did open up one Hydro Viper. Man, I really like this figure. I like the detail on the gauntlets. Your screen. But yeah, the detail, the darker purple on the vest. It's a nice update from the original O-ring, which was all the same light purple, Yeah, younger, I definitely don't sleep with one now. Definitely don't. I would, you know what? I don't even care. Do what you want. Who cares? I have a Lord of the Rings horse. I got at a flea market a couple years ago that goes really well. It has the turquoise markings and saddlebags. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. That's a good idea, toying around. Glowworms was coated with melatonin. We didn't know it. I was gonna make a terrible joke about didn't didn't Bill Cosby promote glowworms for a while? Okay, all right. I'll see myself out. I understand they wanted green for the Joes and blue for the Cobras, but Serpentor would have looked better in the green. Yeah, that would have been cool. Right. I can see that. Tripping with Toys is here. Tripping what up? What else did I get? I also got a couple of these bad boys in. I haven't opened them yet. I did take him out of the shipper. Look at the size of this box. This is crazy. So very cool. Got to open him up this weekend. They ship in SIAC containers from Amazon. And then I also got, I don't know which is which. I got some SIACs. I think these are Techno Viper and Grunt. It's just interesting. They're shipping in SIAC individually. And then I got these two, which I think are Red Dog and Taurus. But they're in the SIAC containers. Maybe open one up. Amazon also dropped the Techno Viper Retro. Yeah, I know. He's in one of these boxes. Let's see. It's it is. It's huge, man. Are you doing? No, I'm not. I wanted to. I was just thinking about it before I jumped live. I am just spent. I am spent. The last 2 weeks is probably knocked 3 to 4 years off my life. I've done a lot of driving. I've been away from home a lot. I will be away from home some more in a couple weeks, starting on the 24th. So I'm just going to stick around here. I'm going to work on some photos. I still got to finish. I got a larger storage unit. Okay. I don't know why my Wi-Fi is cutting in and out. It's been doing that all day. So I'm going to have to, I don't know. I got to figure something out. I do have the door shut, which sometimes makes it tougher in this room, but I don't know. It's been doing it in other places too, not just here. So I got to figure something out. But yeah, I want to go to CarverCon, but it's just been too much driving around and too much away from home. So it would be another long drive back and forth, and I don't think I got it in me. I just want to kind of hang out here, do some photography, do some stuff like that. So that's what I'll be doing. Let's take a look. I'm going to try to double check something as far as my internet connection goes here. Bank account. And this window is jumping on me, which really annoys the hell out of me, and I don't know why. But when I'm streaming, the window kind of does this resize thing. And I don't know what the hell it's doing, honestly. Just want to see. Okay, so that's working. Okay, just wanted to double check. Okay. All right. So anyway, so if the internet's a little wonky, we'll have to double check. I got like a whole motorcycle gang outside my window right now. But yeah, I gotta open them all. Right. So I'm gonna open one of these up and we'll see what's inside. I'm pretty sure this is Red Dog Taurus. Gotta be very careful. I do like they come in SIAC containers. I just wish that the SIAC number was readily available to cross-reference against what's in it. Sometimes they used to have them on the listings. Yes, it is Red Dog and Taurus. Taurus's secondary is Red Dog's secondary is a little shifted. I'm gonna have to fix it when I take it out, but So there's Red Dog and Taurus. Yes. It's the Knox. Yeah, the Knox are coming by. I hope Zorana's with them. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. That means my pulse orders for these guys should be showing up too if they are shipping. These ones have a nice little little stamp on them, which is kind of nice and cool. I love anything like that. I love analog. You guys know from my designs for my thumbnails, I love this kind of shit. Stamps and stuff. I'll be scanning that in and using it for something. All right, let's see who we got in here. Yo, Joe's right. I apologize if I'm a little out of sorts, guys. I'm still trying to recover from the last couple of weeks, so my energy level is lower than normal. It's Grunts. He looks like he has no neck. He looks like he's got no neck. It's just kind of sitting on his shoulders. But yeah, there he is. It's your boy Grunt. He only gets one sentence on his file card because we got to have 67 languages on here. Grunt is highly motivated, systematic individual. He's a stand-up guy who doesn't blow his cool in a firefight. I already put that one up. PSYOC sounds like secret covert organization or a government agency in a comic book. It does. Hey, Barking Fridge. It does. Barking Fridge. That's skinny, right? Here's your little cross cell. Still not done. No white border. Man, I'm telling you, Super 7, if they do one thing right, it's package design. The Glow Patrol logo, the white border, the Super Set, like the ages 4 and up, or 14 and up, the Super 7 logo in the corner, the Reaction Plus in the other corner, the cross cell at the top, collect them all, full file card, you know? And then this packaging is kind of like half-ass effort, honestly. Really hoping we get director for this Joe movie to make some progress. Yeah, I know. That Danny McBride thing seems really promising. And I don't want to play video games. Get some rest. All right, see you, Joe's Oscar Mike. We'll be back with Monday Night Shootout this Monday at 9 p.m. So I'm trying to move it up a little earlier so we can get done a little earlier. So I will do it a couple weeks in a row. BF skinny maybe. Okay. We're gonna do it a couple weeks in a row. Instead of going every other week from here to get back on schedule, because like you said, I'll be back in town on the 24th, which means that's a Friday. So 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, I won't be available to do Monday Night Shootout that Monday. So if I just do it 2 weeks in a row, then we can skip that week. So that is Grunt, my boy Grunt. So that would mean this is Techno Viper, and I know he's very similar to the original Techno Viper. In my opinion, he's pretty perfect for a retro in this from what they could do with him. Yeah. The purple's nice in retro, but the shoulder pads being silver make a huge difference to me. Where they're not silver on the original classified figure. The only part they didn't do right, in my opinion, is these tools should have been silver and not black. That's the only part that I'm not pleased with. But yeah, I'm excited. I got a bunch of these coming, so I do like him. All right. What did we say in here? Back to Monday Night Shootout. I love it. Yeah, I like I said, I had to take a few things off because of everything going on. I say something obtuse and confuse you, then you will know for sure. Well, then I already know it's you. That's prime SDCC time. Oh, I know. That's what I know. I'll be in Buffalo for East Aurora for SDCC weekend, but I always am because SDCC weekend is usually the last weekend in July, and that is also my hometown high school reunion weekend where all the high school classes come back. I mean, you might have your individual class reunion, but it's just a big party in the town every year for reunion. And my brother's birthday is also that week every year, obviously. So I'm always back. So I remember the Rattler going up and all the HasLabs, and I was always doing those from East Aurora. I was looking at some people that are going to be at CarverCon. Should be some nice Dio stuff. The one guy has torches that light up. Probably will get some Four Horsemen. I know that's why I wanted to go toying around. I wanted to get some Dios that I saw that will be available at CarverCon. There was a couple that I really wanted, but I don't think I can do it. Yeah, it's a bummer, but I'll have to say no. His other accessories should have been silver too. Yeah, I agree. So I'm gonna paint them silver, but on a few. Oh, you typed it as you. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like the his little blaster silver is perfect, but the tools should be silver too, just like the original toy. I don't know why. Is silver plastic more expensive? I don't know. I don't know why. It was a mistake, maybe. I don't know. But all right, so those are those. I also have a BBTS box that came today, which I trying to remember what it is. I think it's just a single Monster Force figure, maybe, because I got other ones. Oh no! It's trying to figure out why I ordered two of these. Oh, maybe because you can put these on either. So I got these VE2 expansion weapons packs for the what are these called? Fans Hobby vehicles. So I got two of these. So that's what these are. I do have another Monster Force or something coming. So that's what this is. So I haven't even opened my white and gray Skyhawk or the Fang thing yet. Listening to Daryl talk about Robot Rebellion at Joe Fest via YouTube with a Cobra and Joe alliance versus AI bats in the 90s got me inspired, and I started to write a short story. Oh man, where did you go to Joe Fest? Skinny. Hey, JoJo Marvel World, what is up? Told myself to stop writing JoJo stories, and here we are. Yeah, you're never gonna stop. We know this about you. I also did get the week before I went home. I got Monster Force dudes. So I got Commander Gridiron, which you can't really see because of the glare. But I got him. And I got Dr. Rand, who is going to obviously be. They've got the Dr. Venom style head in here. So your lab coat guys. I got two of him, so I could use both the Venom head and this like bearded head. I don't know where I am. That on there. I don't really know if I'll use the werewolf one, to be honest. Finally was able to get some Dire Ninjas off of Pulse. Nice. Yeah, thanks to White Vegeta and Ropers and Walmart, I got a bunch. But that's good. Glad you got some, man. I watched most of Joe Fest panels via YouTube. Oh, I didn't even know they were on YouTube, Skinny. I got 3 of this dude who looks to be. I haven't opened these, of course. Who looks to be really good. This 13 Ghosts, the Goblin. So he looks really cool. I know that the plastic glare is not helping. But yeah, so I got 3 of him. Very cool. What else did I get? Oh, this dude. This Mr. Legacy I got. I really like the books and stuff in here. These accessories here. You could use them with crystal ball too. So yeah. So I got a bunch of Monster Force stuff. So very cool there. I mean, I have a lot to open, honestly. A lot. So how you guys feeling about things? We got SDCC coming up. It's only 2 weeks away, really. We're gonna have G.I. Joe pre-orders for that for sure. There's gonna be a panel for sure. There's going to be a panel, a G.I. Joe classified panel. There's gonna be a Skybound panel, some other thing going on. They're gonna announce the new Joe lead designer and the creative team. So that'll be interesting. Any thoughts, feelings, concerns? Goblin looks like he would lead a small group in Red Ninjas. That's what I was thinking. I was definitely thinking Red Ninjas with that for sure. It just kind of makes sense. So yeah, he's a good looking figure. I'm gonna open him up this weekend. I got a lot of opening up to do this weekend. Where again, that's another thing. If I go to CarverCon, I'm just when am I gonna open all this stuff I got? I am gonna regret it. No, I'm gonna see pictures from CarverCon of dioramas I wanted to get that I didn't get because I wasn't there, but it's okay. It would be a solid drive from here, because it's outside of Columbus. I'm in Cleveland. It'd probably be 3 hours there and back at least. And I just did that drive a couple times in the last couple weeks, and I'm going to do it on the 24th. So, I hope we get a Thunder Machine announcement. I think we will at some point in the near future. It just seems to be inevitable at this point. So I would expect something probably during July. I don't know if it would go much later than that. I mean, maybe it's not available for order or something, but they tease it or they name drop it or something. But I would expect something in a couple weeks. I think we only have a couple weeks to wait. They have a lot to show and talk about. There's also name reveals and things for the next 5-figure wave that'll pre-order at the end of this year, but maybe even in July, but won't ship until the beginning of next year. So it wouldn't be July. It would be a little bit later, but they can name drop some of them or render reveal some, and then they would ship in like January or February or something. They probably go for pre-order in like October. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of cool stuff on the way next year, so super stoked on that. I haven't opened up this guy yet. I gotta open up this whole wave. So, and that's one thing I really want to do this weekend is get some photography done. Let's see. I'm hoping Animal Warriors of the Kingdom will have stuff at their booth. I haven't been released yet. Oh, a fox with a cybernetic arm. That's cool. I don't have any of those figures. They look cool. It's one of those ones where I was like, man, I don't know if I can get into that. Void Rivals has an alternate cover of the comic with a Predacon on it. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? With Predacon, I think I did see that cover. Can you imagine if we get those dudes? We get those dudes. The 82 to 87 crowd are gonna freak. It will be just under 2-hour drive for me. That's not too bad. Anything under 2 hours, I think, is easily doable. At this rate, stuff has been coming out, so I think we'll get this stuff sooner. At the rate this stuff has been coming out, so I think we'll get the stuff sooner. Yeah, I wonder how the end of the year is gonna go. You know, it could go that way. We could get stuff a little earlier than normal. Yeah, if it slides in this year, I don't mind, especially with I think I think I'm pretty sure I know everybody in that first wave. If not, I knew 4 out of the 5 and it looks pretty cool. So, uh super stoked for that. They're going to get into some fun characters next year, so excited, but I feel like it's going to be a heavily 40th movie anniversary year, so we're probably going to get a lot of that stuff. And we've gotten those figures already, you know. We've gotten a lot of the, we've gotten Big Lob and we've gotten Jinx and we've gotten Chuckles and we've gotten Tunnel Rat. So, we might get re-releases of those guys or something for the movie. So we're gonna have to slog through that, I think. But hopefully they do something interesting with that stuff if they do. Did you see Tomb Raider J. Joe comic coming in October? I did, and it's a real American hero, which is interesting. I think that's a good idea. I think it's a good idea for them to bring in other IPs into G.I. Joe to try to broaden the interest in G.I. Joe. Transformers, right, is one, obviously, with the comic books and stuff. So you got to get people interested in G.I. Joe some way or the other, and it might take several of these to do that. Man, the chat is like jumping on me. Just curious, chat, can you see my comments? Not sure if they're showing. Yes, I can see them, Solo. And apparently Roper can too. Yep. It appears so, dude. You got the 112th Novark Acid Rains? Yeah, Lewis, they are great. Big fan of those. I did not get the Viper colored SDCC, or not SDCC, what was it? Joe Fest exclusive. I was ready to do the pre-order and then I completely forgot and it was sold out. But yeah, looks they are really good. Lenny did reveal white shirt retro at Joe Fest unofficially. Oh, really? Did he? What did he say? Wait, Vegeta, did he say something? Is it on a video? Yeah, I would expect the white shirt Chuckles to happen no matter what, especially because he was an exclusive figure before. And they like to put exclusive figures out again in normal release. Tomb Raider reminds me of Danger Girl crossover mini or $6 Million Man miniseries. I remember those. That would be fun to do in figure form, especially the $6 Million Man. That would be awesome. They should do an action, like an adventure team subline, and then put the $6 Million Man in that. I had the homie pick me up some skeleton at Joe Fest. Got one of the new Red Troopers. Oh, Skeletron stuff, you mean? Kind of sick to my stomach. I didn't get 2 of them. They look so damn good. The red, what do you call them? What the hell are they called? The red shadows guys, right? Yeah, they look pretty good. I grabbed that one. It's great. And right down the rabbit hole. Oh, you got that one. The Viper colored one, Lewis? Yeah, he looks really good. You look good leading a squad of Vipers, I think. But yeah, I have a couple different colorways. I've got the dark red and black stuff and whatever the original line. There's a couple on the original wave of Novark that I don't have, but for the most part, I got them all. They're really good. You got the Gyre dude and the Jungle Viper. Hey, Roper, that jungle one, the jungle trooper for Skeletron is sick. So good. And the Gyre one's good too. But yeah, not on video, but he had pretty solid group of guys around him in the lobby at the hotel, all 3 in the morning. Oh, yeah, he's those conversations are always fun. Those 3 in the morning convos. Yeah, I'm excited. it should be fun next year. I know there's gonna be a lot of complaining because I feel like there's going to be a lot of retro card or repaints of things that to match up to the movie with slight adjustments to them. But that's, I mean, you're gonna get that in an anniversary year for something. So we just have to enjoy it for what it is. That's what I would say. Because we're honestly, if you're not enjoying yourself collecting or being involved with the brand like that we love so much, then like what's the point of doing it? You know, it's not always gonna be perfect, but Jungle Trooper looks amazing. Got a couple of those Skulltron Troopers on pre-order as well. They look crazy in hand at Joe Fest. Yeah, I gotta get some of those Red Shadow figures. I've got the other stuff. They look really good. But yeah, the Jungle guys are probably my favorites so far. They do good stuff, man. It's nice to have these G.I. Joe adjacent lines like Novark, Acid Rain, or like Skeletron, or Monster Force, and the other Big Bad Workshop stuff that you can layer in to the Joe stuff for photography or whatever else. You know, I found myself using Monster Force because they give you so many hands. That's where you know, I can use hands from other figures like on Mercer. You know, I forget which guy these are from, but it's got the red on the gloves and it's perfect. You know, it's perfect. So you're not just stuck with all these trigger fingers all the time. So what else is up, fellas? I should turn the Wi-Fi off of my phone. That'll help maybe a little bit. Right down to the sand, says Roadblock. Turn that off too. Yeah, so this weekend I will be doing photography. Yay. Actually, I got to look at the weather. I'd love to do some shots outside. It's been a while. I'm looking right now. It'll probably rain all weekend. That's what'll happen. No, actually sunny. Look at that. Sunny 81, sunny 80, 80, 81 highs. Perfect. Lows around 70. Perfect. So I'm gonna set up some shots outside. I'm gonna open up stuff like all the stuff I showed that I got in this week and last week. This guy I gotta open up. The Fans Hobby stuff I gotta open up. So I gotta do my monkey wrench shot with that buggy. Yes, hands pack because they all seem to be compatible with classified anyways. Yes. You know, just make the stems work in most figures. And you know, sometimes if they're too loose, I make it work with sticky tack. Sure, it can get inside the hole of the arm, but who cares? But yeah, they should definitely do some of that. And I want it on record that I said when Lenny and Tony left and went to boss fight, I said, hey, you know what would be great is if they, along with the other lines boss fight's already doing, they should do some sort of 1/12 scale animal line just for the fun of it that can be used with any 1/12 scale figure line, whether it's G.I. Joe Classified, Marvel Legends, Valiverse stuff, Acid Rain stuff, Monster Force stuff, whatever. You know, and then I watched an interview that they did with, what's that one show? It wasn't Toy Galaxy. Might have been. Or Secret Galaxy. Oh, dude, I can't remember the names of the shows. Anyway, they did a couple interviews on a couple of different shows like a week or two ago, and Tony said, "Hey, you know, we could start a 1/12th animal line. Just saying, and that came out of his mouth, and I was like, I wonder if they are going to do something like that. So I would love it. Like, imagine they can do any animals they want and for anything. You could do a kangaroo, and then you could put it with big boa, like for a kangor. You could do a little animals, like little cubs. You could do like a little timber, little wolf cub. You could do so much with an animal line. Fully articulated, right? Vintage PB outdoor shots. Yeah, I not only am I going to do some outside here this weekend, but when I do go back to East Aurora on the 24th, I'll be there for at least a week, and I'm taking the week off of work. So yeah, I have to do stuff with my dad, and it's my brother's birthday, and there's the reunion stuff going on, and I'm going to go see Spider-Man with my brother on the 30th. But there'll be plenty of time for me to take some figures in my backpack, in my pockets, out to random locations around town and do some shots, which is exactly how I started the PB account way back in the day with the O-ring stuff. I would just carry them around with me, find a cool spot, set up my camera, do some shots. It was fun. It was relaxing. I put my headphones in, listen to some music, carry around a drink with me, find a good spot, have some fun. It was almost therapeutic, to do it, and no pressure. If I didn't find a spot, then, I would make do with what I could. But, and I know, Justin, you do that out in the woods, so I miss that, walking around kind of looking for spots to shoot. You got it for on sale for like $80, Lewis? Oh man. You son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Where did you get it from? Like BBTS or somewhere? Man, for $80, I would have bought another one. I have the green one. It's pretty good. I didn't get the black one. I think they made the black one, right? I didn't really care to get that. I have the Shadow Hound. Speaking of that, those gridiron stuff is insane. Like I wanted to get one of the little treaded vehicles, right? But they are a little World War II-ish for me, honestly. And I was like, and then they comes out with the Hummers, and I'm like, oh, of course. So I really want a green and a tan one of the Hummers. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to this weekend actually order at least one of those Hummers from Gridiron. And my Rowdy Toys Mauler should be here at some point. I should check in on that. I haven't gotten a shipping notification, I don't think. This is why I had to get a bigger storage unit, because I have so many things coming in. Like now I'm gonna have to order the new ramen vans. I want the like green, whatever military looking van, and I want that friggin' news van so I can do it with do shots with Hector Ramirez with a news van. How awesome is that? Oh my god, I'm so excited. Sunbow bazooka. Weapon, not character. What do you mean? What weapon in Sunbow? Oh, I know what you're talking about. The gray one with like it almost looks like the Awe Striker cannon on top with like the flared end. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, the Hummer's a must. Yeah, I know. I it just would be so good, like as a central character in a photo, the vehicle, or just in a as a background on a base, just having those Hummers hanging around. Just it looks so good. And the fact that it's modular is they're doing some good stuff over there. I'm really impressed, I'm really impressed with their thought process behind, making modular vehicles where you can change the suspension, you can change the wheels, you can change some of the armor out. It's such a good idea, you know. They're not cheap, but it's also a small company, so I don't know. I dread it, but it's like I'm scared because of the cost, but I'm also super excited about it. So you kind of have that double-edged sword with this stuff, but yeah. Yeah, good stuff, man. Um feel like, oh, you know what I also did? I also got I also just ordered off of eBay. I just got another loose coil cycle for a little project I'm working on. So a little custom project I'm working on. So I got a couple of these lined up. So that'll be fun. Maybe that's something I can start laying the groundwork for this weekend a little bit. Ba, ba, ba. Do you have a van you was going to use for the news van? Don't you have a van? I do. Well, I have two of the original ramen vans. I have the black one and the white one. And I thought about using the white one, I think that's what you're talking about, as the news van. But I'm like, man, I saw the news van he's doing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get that news van because it has the radar stuff. It's got everything I want for it. And then the white one I have now, I can do something else with, So preferably life size to hang on the wall, but 1/12 is okay too. What, the Sunbow bazooka? Oh, interesting. Yeah, you love like these obscure things. Like, who has ever said, I want a Sunbow bazooka weapon in any way, shape, or form? But I appreciate it. I appreciate it because you're paying attention to that stuff. You know. Um. So I feel like there's what else GI Joe news have we had? Anything interesting going on? I feel like I've been out of the loop for 2 weeks just because I literally have been running around like a chicken without a head for 2 weeks. It's been a thing. It's been an adventure. Let's see. Let me you know what? Let me let's do wait. What's this one? Assembly required news? Why, is there news on that? Is that the space theme or whatever? I got my driver's license and plates renewed tomorrow. Yuck! It stinks that both need done at the same time. Ugh. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Oh, the Danny McBride movie pitch. Yeah, that we did touch on it earlier. It sounds great. It sounds great. Uh it could be terrible, but at least it sounds good right now, right? I would say out of all the movie news I've heard about GI Joe over the years, and it'll be like GI Joe is a covert, or no, like Cobra's taken over and GI Joe's a underground resistance force, and they're like, we've done that. Okay, it's a modern take on things. Okay, GI Joe, they're all wearing black suits and accelerator suits, and Snake Eyes now looks just like everybody else. Okay, sure, whatever. This is sounds fun. The fact that he mentioned Springfield, that it's from the comics. It's a town that's just like everyone there's Cobra, but people don't know it, and the Joes infiltrate it like they do in the comics. Sounds pretty comics inspired. So to me, it's a at least the first I'm hearing about it sounds like something I'd want. So we'll have to see where it goes. Pre-orders are hitting like crazy. I am drowning in boxes. You can't even see half of the stuff I got down here because it's too low. But it's just boxes everywhere. Boxes in front of me, behind me, on the sides of me. Yeah. Cutting out hella bad. Yeah, it's probably just the internet. There's not much I can do. You know what I can also do? I'm gonna turn this off as well. There we go. Turning that off as well. And then what I'll also do, I gotta open this up. Well, I'll be right back. All right. Opening the door. So shut my other computer off of Wi-Fi and I open the door. So we'll see if that's enough. Because my girlfriend's streaming stuff too. So it could be what's going on. As long as he's got the characters in the proper outfits, it will be hard to miss. That's true. We don't need, it's a Hollywood thing where the Hollywood teams and the designers and whatever, they want to design Hollywood versions of characters so they could also sell Hollywood versions of the toys. Like, let's say, like, why would people buy a Viper action figure that they already have? We need to make a new Viper. Well, you could make slight changes, but it still looks like the guy. We don't need those. What the hell were they called in G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra? Those freaking, I don't even know what those troops were. Cyber Viper? I don't know what they were called. But like, we don't need that. Like, even with Master Universe, the new one, like Spike-Ore look different. They make these new versions of the character, and sometimes they look cool and sometimes they don't. But man, you have amazing designs already that you can tap into. Bats, Vipers, Crimson Guards, Tomax and Zaymot, Cobra Commander, Destro, Baron. They all have iconic designs. I don't need them changed for the movie. I love that he wanted to do Knox standalone movie. I know. And so though, then if they're in Springfield and he loves the Dreadnoks, there will be in this movie. You know what I mean? If this movie happens, they will be in it, and they should be in it. The cartoon did have Springfield too, yes, but in that two-parter with our boy Shipwreck. But I think he mentioned the comic specifically in that interview. But either one's good with me. Just I want more of the DNA of what we love in there, and not some guy's vision of what he thinks it should be, who was never a huge fan to begin with. I had a story pitched on his tank years ago saying the OG-13 were on a convoy escort and rolled through Springfield and all hell broke. That's fun. That sounds like a comic book that could have happened in the early issues, Neo Vipers. Yes. Neo Vipers. Yes. Ugh. Like, no thanks. I don't need that. Give me Vipers and Televipers and Heat Vipers and Frag Vipers. And we've got a million Vipers. I don't need a movie specific Neo Viper that isn't nearly as cool as any Viper. It ain't even as cool as a Sea Slug, Just keep it all 80s, 90s attire, and we definitely need to see real proper G.I. Joe. Hey, set it in the 80s. I keep saying, yeah, it's been done to death now, but I've been saying for 15, 20 years to do a G.I. Joe movie set in the 80s, before everything was set in the 80s. They could have rode that wave of 80s nostalgia all this time. Turtle Vipers, why not? Oh no, Skydro's here. Just kidding. Hey, Skydro. Yes, right. That's a good point, toying around. Yeah, they do update them, but all the main characteristics of the look and feel of the character are there. So a lot of times it's different materials, right? Different materials that the actual clothing's made out of. They could totally do that. And you can make little updates here and there, but you want to keep the actual spirit of the design of the figure intact. I just hope Cobra Commander is ruthless and not corny. I feel like he would be. Although they could throw in some humor here and there. I wouldn't be opposed to a little bit. It doesn't need to be super, super serious the whole time. But yeah, Cobra Commander maybe should be more like the Energon universe Cobra Commander, where he's freaking ruthless and scary. A little bit of on like the horror vibe of things, especially with the miniseries. So yeah, I'd say go that road. you know. I think they got it right with GI Joe Resolute too. The Cobra Commander there was really good. Right? Was it Resolute? I get Renegades and Resolute mixed up in my head. Whatever one where Bazooka died. That one. The one that was like a YouTube movie. But yeah, there's so much they could do with the movie. And the casting is going to be really interesting. If it keeps moving forward, the director, like as someone pointed out earlier, is going to be key, and then the casting is going to be really interesting. Yeah, and he needs to be, he needs to be that. Right. Although I think the Master Universe movie I think it was partly marketing. They didn't market it enough or correctly. But I saw it twice and I honestly loved it. I thought I was gonna not like it. I really did. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'll see it, but probably gonna be stupid. And I saw it by myself the first time, and I was like, I had a good time. I really liked that movie. Jared Leto as Skeletor was fantastic. Like I mean, he stole the show. And then I was like, okay. And then I went to my brother. I was back in East Aurora, and I'm like to my brother Tony. I'm like, Do you want to see it? And he's like, yeah, I'll see it. And he's more critical than me on things. And he liked it a lot, and I loved it. And I actually kind of liked it more the second time around. So I really loved it. And they're gonna make another one, even if it's directly to streaming. I guess that's what I'm hearing. Resolute. It was Resolute. Okay. If you want a Joe movie with Joe in costume, check out Crimson Archer. Oh yes. Did you tell me that before? I think someone's told me that before. That sounds familiar. No, I'm gonna GI Joe Marvel World's now banned from from this chat. Lido for Coco. I still think. I know I mentioned it in your stream. I think it was your guys' stream on like last week or something, but I still think since he's got a connection to um what's the guy, Danny McBride from Righteous Gemstones. I still think that Walton Goggins would be an awesome Coco. I still think this dude would make an awesome Cobra Commander. I think he'd nail it. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I really liked it, the Master Universe, man. I think it was fun. Yeah, well, I know Channing Tatum's just hard to like. He was in Retaliation? He was? I didn't watch Retaliation. That's my problem. What was he in Retaliation? Was he like Yeah, what was he? Yeah, I just think Goggins would make like an awesome Cobra Commander. You know? Like he's awesome as the ghoul in Fallout, you know? And then he's got such range. He does that, and then he does that Gemstones like crazy preacher guy. And look at it. This guy's insane. Look at the eyes. Like he could do that. He could do it. Um Warden. I didn't you talking about the reboot movie? I didn't see that. Car Salesman Commander, Cobra Law Commander. I think Car Salesman Commander. Uh I think that would work. If we're doing an Energon universe movie, than the more Energon Cobra La origin. But if we're doing like a standalone movie universe that isn't tied to Energon, then I would go the other road. You know what I mean? Oh, he was a prison warden. Okay, got it. Um, he would do great with Cobra Commander. The problem with him is he seems to ruin most things, and I think not ruin. He's just I don't know if he's just a curse or whatever, but he was great as Skeletor because you didn't know it was Jared Leto at all. And maybe you do the same thing with Cobra Commander, like you literally don't see his face. And they don't do what they did with the original GI Joe Rise of Cobra, where you immediately see everyone's faces. Like I just, what a dumb Hollywood thing to do. He does wear a helmet and a mask. Yeah, surprising, I know, but yeah. So that would be great. What would we have for? Um, so we obviously have to have Duke in there, right? He's just got to be there. Um, who could be? Who could be Duke that isn't, like, right on the nose? Like, sometimes you just see, like, castings and you're like, "Yeah, I guess," but it's, like, too like, Channing Tatum, like, it's, like, on the nose, but he looks kinda doofy too, so I don't know. It's tough. I'm not sure who I would cast for certain things. Maybe that's something we should dive into in a future episode as we get closer to actual casting news, you know? I hope that Dee Bonaventura stays the hell out of like, just gives maybe Danny McBride the keys to the car and just lets him run it, 'cause that Dee Bonaventura producer has screwed up how many movies now? He could do Zartan too, it's true, yeah. Who are the Joes? Yeah. You know who I still think, um now if we're going back to a traditional Snake Eyes, like, from the comics and not the one they did, um, in the Snake Eyes movie. I thought now this is going back years ago, so he was younger, but I thought this dude would make a good Snake Eyes. Now, he's not really ripped or anything, but he could get, into really good shape. But if you've seen have you guys seen The Guest? If you haven't seen The Guest, this is this is This is a movie. You wanna see some dude lose his shit and kick some ass? This movie is awesome. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend this movie. Like, he is a badass. But he reminds me of, like, a traditional Snake Eyes from the comic books, He's just a little older now, so maybe it doesn't track. But, yeah, this would've been good back then. Um, you think Paramount gave Devon Ventura the boot? Oh, don't tease me with a good time, my friend. Do not tease me like that. Did they give him the boot? God, I hope so. I really hope so. I did see him in when I was scrolling through some thumbnails here. There he is. No, see, I don't know if he's still attached, but it'd be nice if Paramount did jettison that tub of lard. As long as a Rock isn't in it, yeah, I know. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want John Cena or The Rock or these like wrestlers turned actors that everyone knows. I want guys that you might recognize or something, but they're not like Channing Tatum or whatever. Because I think that just gets distracting. I know they want a big name attached in a lot of cases for the marketability of things, but sometimes that just distracts. Which Joe could Goggins play? He's older now, so I don't know. I don't know who he could play. You know what I mean? It'd be tough on the Joe side, I think. Casting is tough, but I would cast unknowns. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and not necessarily top actors at the moment. But Weaving would have been perfect Scarlet if they let her play with it. Yeah, I thought she was the best part of the Snake Eyes movie, in my opinion. Well, her and the guy that played Storm Shadow were the only good parts of that movie, and Scarlet was barely in it. Duke, Stalker, Lady J, Snake Eyes, and Flint would be a good cast. Maybe Mercer as a surprise. Start as a Cobra and escape Springfield and inform J. Joe about. Yeah, that's a good lineup there. That's a good cast. I would like to see a Bazooka Alpine kind of thing for a little Sunbow flavor in there, or Shipwreck, or someone like Shipwreck Cover Girl kind of a thing. Rakondo, of course, I'm always going to throw him in. Yeah, unknowns. Yeah, I think unknowns or lesser knowns does not distract you from, oh, there's that guy from this thing. There's that, like, here's Tom Holland, here's D Chevrolet, whatever, the Dune guy, Sheva, whatever the hell his name is. Like, they're too big. I don't need big names as long as they can play the part. Yes, exactly. Have him play Clutch. Yeah, he could do that. He could do Clutch, but he's still an older guy. Donovan, what's up, man? Yes, look the part. That's very important. I'm thinking having Ray Parks as a cameo. That's a good idea. Like, get him involved as an homage. But yeah, he doesn't need to. Like, I always thought like he was great as in everything he does. But that Snake Eyes in in that suit with the lips in Rise of Cobra, like he was too bulky for Snake Eyes. Like Snake Eyes should be like more of a Spider-Man build, not a hulking build, Beachhead is a good call. You got to do one of those scratch and sniff theaters though, where like the seat releases smells so that you're like part of the movie. And when Beachhead's on screen, it releases the bad BO. So you smell them. No. She's in everything. She is everything, but no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't even speak that into existence, toying around. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Do you know I've put this in my stories. I've brought it up in Thursday Night Battles multiple times in the past. But I want some true DNA to like the inspirations behind characters to like help drive some of the decisions for casting. And you know, Zorana's original influence was why am I blanking? It was, let's see. Man, I am definitely running out of steam. Definitely running out of steam today. There it is. Okay, Wendy O. Williams was the original inspiration for Zorana. And she was in the Plasmatics, if you guys are familiar. Oh yeah, Scarlet kind of, yeah. Yeah, I would I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to get into that, honestly, in the movie. At least, maybe if they get into multiple movies or a TV series that could get into some of that background, they can hint at it. But I don't need, I mean, they probably do it for they always got to have a love story in there because they think that's like that'll bring in the women in the audience, even though I know plenty of women that don't give a shit about relationships in movies. They had a ton of problems figuring out Snake Eyes uni. That is why in the scene in the comms room he is in the background, so you couldn't see the different uni. Oh, interesting. Um, that's interesting. I'm gonna make sure there's no weird nudity here because you never know. So, but yes, this is the inspiration for Zorana originally. So, and you can see, she's quite the punk rocker. But this is so somebody like this would be, you know, here you go, with the try to get a bigger picture with the mohawk, like somebody that's like truly looks like the part for Zorana is what I would want. Okay, got it. Got it. Skinny. Been up since 2 a.m. Oh man, you've been up way more than me. I got up at 5:30 and I feel toast. I would happily take Terry Crews for Roadblock. I think he would do fun side Roadblock and still bring some heat. Mean with it as well. Yeah, but how old is he now? Would he be able to do, let's say for some reason it was really popular or popular enough to do 2 or 3 movies. Um, what did I type in? I typed in the wrong thing. Um, how old is he now? He's 57. I don't know, man. He's 57. But I do love Terry Crews, gotta say. Then you have Timber this time. Yes. But you know what they'll do? They'll do a crappy cartoony CG Timber because for some reason you can't have real animals in movies anymore. Goggins is in Wally World commercial right now on TV. Oh, really? That's hilarious. Yeah, sequels are then a problem, but they could easily put a little dye in the beard. Doesn't look that old. What? Oh, crack. That's hilarious. So let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, you know what? When is this from? When is this from? He's got a picture on here. Let me see when this image is from. About a year ago, but he's still ripped. So he would have been 56. So, yeah, look at, he's still ripped. It's from like a less than a year ago, this photo. So you know what? I take it back. It doesn't matter. If the dude's 60, it's working for him. So, hey, Chad, what's up, dude? Look up AGT from last Tuesday. Wait, what's AGT from last Tuesday? Yeah, the casting is gonna be a thing, man. I'm really curious what they end up doing there. Oh, America's Got Talent. I don't watch any of that shit. Dancing with the Stars, America's Got Talent. I don't even know what that. I can't get myself to watch any of that. I do not watch anything like that at all. I watch old TV shows and old YouTube clips and shows and blocks of commercials from the 80s and 90s. That's all I watch. Very rarely do I watch any modern anything TV, except that, like Vince Gilligan stuff I'll watch or certain things like that. But okay, what time we got? All right. So same for you too? Yeah, I can't, I don't know, I just can't get into it. Um all right, so this weekend I will be doing some shoots and stuff, and maybe I can work some video into that somehow for, while I'm shooting or while I'm doing some post production stuff or something. I want to work more of that into my process here. Star Search meets the Gong Show. Well, in that case, I'd rather just watch Star Search of the Gong Show on YouTube from way back in the day. I don't know what it is. It's just the way things are produced these days. The way things are cut, produced. My girlfriend will watch certain things, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't. She doesn't watch a lot. A lot of times she'll do what I do and watch old stuff like Frasier or X-Files or The Nanny or something like that. We'll watch those. I'd rather watch those. Spin City or oh god, what was the one with David Spade where they were at like a magazine, like a model magazine company, and it was the grandpa from the Goldbergs was in it. God, I can't think of the name of that show, but shows like that. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, and I'm going to take a quick walk, and I'm going to go to bed and get up early as I can, and then this weekend I'm going to shoot and try to post some stuff and maybe do a video this weekend. So we'll see how that goes. Sorry for the low energy tonight, but I am literally running on fumes. But I appreciate all you guys being here. So we'll be back with Monday Night Shootout this Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll catch up on some photos and do that whole thing. So look forward to that. I also have to cut the new intro for that episode this weekend too. So I'll be working on that as well. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I'll talk to you later. Yo, Joe.
The magic of photography!
We hope you've enjoyed the preceding short feature.